Time now for the daily market summary on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson, joined by Ethan Robson of agmarket.net. Ethan, at least through midday today, things were going fairly well on the grain side. Did we close out in the green today?
We did for both corn and soybeans. Have make corn up a penny, 466 and a quarter. First notice days tomorrow there. December corn up about 2 cents, 497 and three quarters. Soybeans, good day there. July soybeans up about 8.5, 1197 and three quarters. November soybeans up about four and three quarters. Following the soybean oil making new contract highs overnight and during the trading session. That bled over to the soybean complex. Wheat market was up for most of the day in the Chicago. KC ended up on the day, but Chicago wasn't able to hold that. Turned it around slightly in July, down about 4 to 5 cents there.
And when you look at that price movement for the corn, do you think the corn market has been able to hitch its wagon to the wheat numbers climbing up here in recent days? Has that kind of been the driver?
That's kind of been the main story, yeah, is that corn's been following the wheat market. Obviously, wheat's had a pretty impressive rally these last couple of days. And then energy markets also elevated today as well on U.S.-Iran tensions. Looks like President Trump rejected another Iranian proposal. Think the wheat market and then the energy complex just bleeding over to the corn and soybean complex as well. And we've seen that with soybean oil.
And the other effect, of course, with the Strait of Hormuz and the inability to get that traffic through as we would like to see in peaceful times, is the fertilizer effect. Are we starting to worry now, Ethan? Of course, we've got our blinders on here for the United States and the effects here, but are we starting to get worried about the entire world picture? Because it's not just the United States that needs that fertilizer, it's all the grain growing regions. Is there going to be some trickle down effects to pretty much everyone?
It definitely seems like that, yeah, and we're hearing that coming up from other sources as well. And in fact, seeing that starting to happen for D's 27 corn, corn's been kind of sneaky in D's 27. Actually got above $5 today, closed at about 501 there. So we're starting to see that relatively quiet, but in the price action for corn as well. Definitely think that's going to be a main story going forward is the fertilizer picture, seeing what countries, what farmers can get fertilizer going into 27 and what that cost is going to be. Is there an inflationary play there as well? That would want the managed money hedge funds to come along into the ag sector.
Over on the livestock side of the trade, it was a good day for cattle through midday. Did that continue at the close today?
Yeah, relatively quiet day in the cattle side, mixed bag there. Live cattle June up about $1.75, 255 and a quarter. That quiet mixed bag into the deferred, some up, some down. Feeder cattle relatively quiet across the board there. That May contract down about 22.5 cents, 371.50. Relatively quiet, but cattle making a nice bounce back from the lows we've seen last week or the week before. Live cattle getting up, making new contract highs. Feeder cows approaching that as well. So good buying in the cattle sector for the most part. Story remains the same. Demand still remains strong. Cash markets are strong. Consumer loves their beef, and that's the story going forward until something else changes.
And also at the same time, with these stories that we continue to hear about the New World screwworm making its way north towards that border with Mexico, and then even some things here domestically. For example, Florida, it sounds like trying to not allow the importation of cattle from South Texas because of that threat for New World screwworm. It doesn't seem like that border is going to open anytime in the immediate future.
It doesn't, no, and that's something that the market's going to be paying close attention to, as any of those reports, rumors from the USDA and other sources as well. So that's definitely going to be something the hedge funds, manage money, just overall speculators going to be keeping a close eye on as far as money flow into the cattle sector. So definitely an important thing to watch going forward.
What's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
Yeah, visit us online, agmarket.net, test our 30-day Intel My Farm software. Give us a call here in Bloomington Normal, 1-800-779-1515.
He's Ethan Robson with agmarket.net, my guest here today. Thanks so much for the time. I always appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day.
You as well. Appreciate it.